Everyone, and welcome back to those of you who are still hanging in there with me, and to those who are just stopping by the channel to see what it's about. We are working on Grandma's house. It's a house, it was made for a child, and I don't know what happened, but when I saw it, I just fell in love with it. I picked it up for a little bit of nothing, and what this house is basically a way to use up a lot of the miniatures that I've accumulated over the years and honestly don't have a place for, and they're not fitting into any of my other dollhouse builds. So I thought, my grandma had stuff from all different eras in her house, so I thought this would be the perfect house. It's not exactly 1/12 scale, but we're going with that because it's the closest I could find. 1/16 I think would be a little too small, and it's definitely not Barbie size, so 1/6 doesn't work. I'm flying blind today, guys, because the camera is set up on the kitchen because that's the room that's the most complete, and it's the one I have the most stuff for right now. We'll be making a lot of our things for the other rooms that I don't have. So hang in there with me, and we will get to those very soon. The reason I'm calling this a play day today because I'm just going to start. I'm so excited to move into this house, or to move Grandma into this house. And so I've kind of figured out where I want things, and that, but my screen for my camera is, I'm kind of having to look down on it because it's on the left side of me today, but that's the left side of the house as you're looking at it. So I figured that would be our best vantage point. So let's get on with our playing. So the first thing that I know I wanted in this house is I had this kitchen cabinet set. And I'm not going to be using it for anything else. And it, over the years, sitting in boxes and getting moved when I moved and stuff, got a little beat up. So I just kind of slapped a coat of white paint on, figuring it's probably been a long time since Grandma's painted her kitchen cupboards. So we're just going to leave them like this for now. Nothing in this house is set in stone. It's not always probably going to be that way. And that's the fun of miniatures. You're always adding to them. You're always doing something different. So we'll see what happens. But this is the sink I'm going to be using because I had it. And I know that I want this sink to go right about there. Now, I know you're saying, oh, the door's not going to open. Well, these doors don't really open very well anyway, and we won't be needing to open them, I don't believe. I will probably be painting the knobs on the little drawers, and they do open, so this is going to be fun. No, they don't open. Okay, I thought they did. The doors open. So I'm probably going to be painting those yet. But I know I want it to go there, and with this house, I may use a few things that aren't quite in scale because, it's not perfect 1/12 scale, but anyway. So I think the ceilings are about 7.5, 7 3/4. The length of the room is like 9 3/4, something like that. So we're not dealing with big rooms, but we're dealing with big furniture. So we just gotta pretend. So that's what we're gonna do. The next thing I know I want in there is this also came with the same kitchen set. And it's just a top cupboard with plate rack, shelf on top, a couple little cubbies, and a little, I suppose you could put your dish towels there if you wanted, or hang something else on them. It does have glass doors. They're old and scratched up, but you're not going to notice it once it's in the house. And that I'm going to put right above the sink, like so. I don't know how much you can see with my finger in the way, but we're going to put that right above the sink. Now, on the other side of the sink, all right, Grandma and Grandpa lived on a farm at one time, and they got reduced down to an acreage when Grandpa got too old to farm. He sold off the farmland, but they kept the little house. So Grandpa they didn't have a lot of money, so Grandpa made a few things. And this is a cabinet I made a long time ago, guys. And it's one of my first attempts. It's done out of, I think there's some wood, and then there's mat board. The handle for the drawer is a staple. It's an old, you can get the wood staples, that's what it is. And then I divided the drawer off inside so that things could be put there. But the backstory is Grandpa needed something out in his workshop, and so he built this out of some scrap wood he had. And after he passed away, Grandma brought it in the house, put some wallpaper in, painted it up a little bit, and that's going to go right there. Oops. I will be making a cloth, probably a cloth, just a curtain to hang across the front of it, because that was so popular back in the old days. And so we're going to do that, and it's going to sit right here. Now I have a stove. This was part of a different kitchen set. I don't like the handles on it, but I can fix those, and I'm going to be changing them out. I'm going to put a long handle on the door like it would have. And I don't know if I'm going to fill this and just not have it be there at all. Just make it like a decorative element. I might do that. I know the stove is going to sit over on the side of the kitchen. And I will be making it so it will stay up against the wall. The stove was built crooked. And so, yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And as you can see, there's at the bottom of the stove, I think you can see, there's a little bit of black where I got black paint, but we're going to say that the enamel on the stove just kind of chipped off there. It happens. Next, I have this refrigerator, and this was part of the one with the stove. Now, I think it looks more like the old refrigerators. I don't like the inside, the way they did it, because there's no racks. Instead, there's shelves. Not real fond of that, but I thought it looked like the old refrigerators that they used to have, where they were a little more rounded and shorter. And so I took this is just the metal piece off of an old pen I had, and I just stuck it on there. I thought that kind of looked like one of those old long handles. When I was very, very small, my mom had one of these, and it had the long metal handle on it. So I thought that was kind of cute, and that's going to go beside the stove. Like I said, there's not a lot of room to play with here, but this is kind of what I've got figured out, and then of course the top cupboard going up over the sink to give us some more room. Now this is not leaving Grandma a lot of room for a table, so her table's going to be smaller, and it's probably going to sit way to the back by the window. I don't have a table. We're going to be making one for this house because of the size that we need. A side table is too small. A regular kitchen table is going to just take up that whole end of the kitchen, and that's not what I want. So we're going to be making a table to go in this house. And I've got a lot of cute little accessories that I want to put in the house. I just need to move a few things. And I'm going to be doing it with museum wax. I've never used it before, but we're going to try it. It's supposed to work. So let me show you some of the little things that will be going in Grandma's house. And there's a lot of them. I said that I'd put a plate rail up on the back wall back in here. And this one, where's the other one? I know I have it. I'm sorry, I have a little vintage plastic cabinet with drawers that I keep everything in. And so I am trying to open those without making too much noise. Probably not 16. Okay, I thought these were cute. I personally wouldn't have them because I'm not a fan. But if you can see them, and they're going to go up on the plate rail up above, as Grandma collects plates, are two tiny little plates with Hummel figures on them. I don't even remember where I got them. But I thought those were really sweet and something that Grandma would probably have. No offense to anyone who likes Hummel. It's just not my favorite thing. I've got, there's this little tea set. It's a little bigger than 1/12, but I think we can make it work. I have just some miscellaneous little plates. Whoops. They're going to go out there somewhere. I've got bigger plate, pitcher and bowl, and I think the pitcher was supposed to fit in the bowl originally on the set, but it kind of falls in there kind of crazy. So I think they're all going to be little separates in Grandma's kitchen. I have got, oh my gosh, I've got so much little stuff here, guys. It's just gonna go different spots in Grandma's house. This little jug I made out of polymer clay, but I don't like the top color. It's too dark, so I'll be working on that. That'll probably be in there somewhere. This, I was messing around trying to make small plates and stuff, and they weren't working. I was making them out of air dry clay, and it just wasn't working. And so I just painted it up like that, and we're going to call that Daughter Jane's School Ceramic Project, and Grandma kept it, as Grandmas do. I've got, I don't know, I've got all kinds of other little things, but they go in different rooms. And I've got the stuff from Minimum World that I showed you on the haul video that'll be going in there. Let's see, what else do we have? This one's the metal one, and I have this little toaster. I can't find the slice. I had one slice of bread, and I can't find it. And it's got something on it. But we'll have to scrape that down, see what we can do with it. I've got, and I think these are probably a little big, but it's one of those hanging racks with the little copper-like measuring cups. Whoops, where am I? Okay. They're a little big. I mean, I think they're going to look a little big, but I think they'll be okay too. I've got some miscellaneous pots and pans to go along with the ones that I had from the haul from Minimum World. I've got, oh my gosh, I don't know. I've got a little watering can. I said that, you know, Grandma liked flowers, and I have the little watering can, and some of these cute little garden tools to go with it. It's like the little forky diggery thing. So we'll be using those in there also. They will be in the kitchen somewhere, I do believe, or maybe since I left a room around the outside, we'll do a little potty bench. That would be cute. All right, Grandma has a dog. I've had this guy forever. I think I got him off miniatures.com like, oh my God, 15, 20 years ago. I had a cat, but I can't find the cat. But Grandma's got this dog, and he's really cute. And then there's just, not quite finished with this, but some little cheese, you know, just little generic like baskets that I've made to go in there, because I think that will be really cute. I've got, oh, I don't know, just all kinds of stuff like that. I've got some little cookbooks and some a little box of dog biscuits for the dog. All kinds of stuff like that. I've still got to make mini food, mini packaging for food. I've got a lot more things. I keep my eye out every time I go somewhere. But this area is so devoid of miniatures. It's like, I know there are people out there who do them, but it's like no one gets rid of them. There's no miniature shows. There's no, you go to the thrift stores and basically mostly there's no miniatures there once in a while. It's really hard. Even the antique malls don't have a lot of miniatures, like 1/12 scale. Sometimes you'll find the older Tootsie Toy and that, but just not a lot around this area, and it's really too bad because, you know, I know people like miniatures because when I go to Hobby Lobby, they will be, you know, way short on their doll houses, or they'll be short on their miniatures. In fact, I made a mistake. I wanted to buy an octagon window, and they had one last week when I was there. And I went shopping with Zoe, my granddaughter, and my daughter Sarah yesterday, and I was like, well, I'm going to go pick up that window. Well, it was gone. So now I'm waiting, hoping they get another one in. And that's why we're not doing Grandma's attic today, because I'm waiting on some wallpaper and that. So hopefully I will get that soon, and we will get back to it. I know what I'm going to do with it. It's going to be really cute, guys. And yeah, it's gonna have a little surprise, I think, in it. So yeah, I'm kind of really excited about doing Grandma's attic. So now the stove came with this hood, this big old stove hood thing. And I thought about putting it up here on the stove above it, but I honestly think that might just be too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think leaving it off would be better because I found this little shelf and it was a lot smaller and it had holes in it, which was kind of stupid. I'm sure it had a purpose. So I stuck a large-sized craft stick on there and I let it hang over a little bit, but I did round the edge off just a bit. And that's gonna, I think that would be much cuter about the stove. Since we're dealing with not a lot of room, I think that would work better. I'm not sure. Guys, let me know what you think on all of this. Probably stop talking so much. But it's a chatty sort of video. It's just kind of planning things out. I can't wait to make little pot holders and dish towels and find, the little printouts for the little boxes and bags of food and stuff. And it's just, I'm really excited about this, guys. Super excited. Like I said, we'll be making a table for this. We'll be figuring out exactly, what we want for little rugs in front of the sink and probably one in front of the stove. And curtains, little curtains. I'm thinking of going with cafe curtains. I think that would be cute in there. Oh, this is one of the things. Okay, guys. So I like mid-century. I like older stuff and all this. And I had this piece of jewelry and I made a mold of it. I don't know why. But I did this and I thought it actually kind of looks like one of those. They had the old plaster. Some people call them chalkware. They had like fruit or whatever that hung up on the wall. And I might try to make a few of those. But I remember my grandma had them. I saw a lot of them in the houses way back when I was a little bitty kid. So I thought that turned out kind of cute, and it kind of looks like one of those. So that will be put up somewhere on the wall of Grandma's house, probably by the sink. I know you can't see that, but I think it's going to be so cute and so realistic. So that's kind of what I've got planned. I was going to go ahead and put stuff in, but I really need to make the curtain, get a doorknob on the door back there. And I think I'm going to move this probably about there. I don't know. I keep moving things around. I'm just super excited because the house is coming together. I don't know. Maybe today we could go up and see too. I don't have a lot for the bedroom, so we'll be making a lot of that. But I do have a few things that I'm thinking about using. And they're going to be a little mismatched, so let's go up to the bedroom. There we go. First of all, I have this little bed that, oops, where are we? Oh, we're up higher, okay. And I made the covers and everything for it. The bed's got one of the little wooden balls missing off of it. So when I find a bead about the right size and stuff, I will be putting that on there. And as you can see, this house is very small. It doesn't have a lot of room. Bed's probably going to go there. I found this little nightstand in a box of miniature stuff. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I thought that'll probably go beside the bed. Now we don't have a lot of room. And there's going to be nowhere Grandma's going to hang up her clothes, so I guess we're going to have to, pretend. So I have this old House of Miniatures dresser. This is from way back. I don't know. I think I found the kit at a thrift store. There's no bottom drawer. And I was like, well, what the heck am I going to do with that? And I could make a drawer. Then again, I thought, you know what? Grandma being the person she is and not throwing things out, she's probably just going to fold up her blankets and stuff and put those down there, the extra ones. I think that would be cute, or, some little throws, something like that. And then that, due to size, is probably going to have to go right over pretty close to the window. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm thinking this might be too big. I could put it on the other side, but I don't really want the bed clear over here either. If I put it over there, though, it's not going to be visible. So I think it's just going to have to sit right there, right next to the bed. And I would like to put a chair in for her. I don't have a chair I want to use, but we're just going to take this little kitchen chair for now and just kind of set it back here in this corner. Oops. Something like that, maybe. Maybe we can squeeze something in over on this side. I don't know. There's a lot to think about, but I'm so excited. And of course, we'll have to make curtains and everything, so I guess we really can't put anything down today, or I'll be in my own way. So anyway, I think that's probably where we're going to go with this today. Just a quick little video. Sorry, it was so chatty. Yeah, kind of going through my thought process as I'm showing you what I want to do, and I apologize for that. I know some people don't like chatty videos, and I know some people enjoy thought processes, so it's kind of my thinking back and forth on this. So once again, sorry about the chatty, but sometimes if you verbalize stuff, it becomes more clear what you really need to do. Because I was going to come in here and I was going to start putting things in, and as I looked at it, I'm like, I don't have a doorknob. I don't have any curtains, So, so yeah, I guess that is going to be it for the day. Thank you again for joining me, hanging in with me on this trip. I'm trying to get to where we can really have some fun with this. As soon as that wallpaper comes in, or if it ever comes in, I will be going on and we will be doing the attic up, and I think that's going to be fun, what I've got planned for it. Yeah, so thank you again for joining me. I hope you all have a great week. I got to go back to work after 6 days off, and I'll tell you what, it was not long enough at all. But it is what it is. And so, yeah, have a good week. Thank you for joining me. If you would please hit like and subscribe, because it really helps the channel out. And in a few weeks, I've got a surprise, because I've got a secret, and I'll let you know then. Thank you again, guys. Bye-bye.